ocean melt into the night.
Hello and welcome to episode 8 of Making Towns. I'm your host Bobby Davies, and I'm going to be joined this week by British wrestling legend, the East End Butcher, Sha Samuels. But before we get to my chat with Sha, I'll tell you a little bit about my month in wrestling. A light month for me, only working 3 shows this month, but they were 3 great shows. Starting the beginning of the month, Purpose, Feel Good, Inc. Some absolute bangers on there. Great show. Really like the aesthetic I created for the show. Check it out on my socials and on the Purpose socials. But we had Sapphire Reed and Will Caven opening it up with an absolute banger. 2 strikers going blow for blow in what was probably my favourite opening contest we've done in a while. Former best buds Rex and JJ Lynch continued their rivalry. JJ cheated using a hammer and managed to break his own hand with it. So that shows you how smart JJ Lynch is. Sunshine Machine, Craft Beating Company making their debut in the Purpose Wrestling Tag Team title tournament. Absolute tag team banger. What do you expect from Sunshine Machine? But seeing the CBC work together like this against Sunshine Machine, really great match. Ashmore and Matt Waters taking on TK and Mambo, and honestly just an absolute barn burner of a tag match. We had a brilliant main event as well. Sky Smithson going up against David Francisco for the Purpose Wrestling title. David used some unhanded tactics, let's say, but you can see that on the YouTube real soon. Really good match, and at the end of it, Nino comes out and throws down a gauntlet to David. 30-minute Iron Man match at the next Purpose show. That is on the 9th of August, Saturday. Don't do many Saturday shows, we are doing a Saturday show. There's going to be a half-hour Iron Man match. It's going to be great. And also, we had WrestleForce. Same weekend, Southend. Love going to Southend. Really good venue they run in Southend. Couple of real standout matches. Jada Williams and Raymond O'Reilly had a really great back and forth match. 2 really young competitors who just tore the house down. Then also James Farrell and Sha Samuels, a guest today obviously, but what more do you expect from these 2? Proper main event style, lots of storytelling, big boys hitting each other, really great match. That is already on the WrestleForce YouTube I believe, so go check that out, really worth watching. And then very recently, just a weekend before this drops, I had Prodigy Pro Wrestling in Hockley in Essex, and I had a couple of really good standout matches. Really good show overall. I had a couple of really good standout matches. Triple threat, Ollie Peace, Isaac Blair, and Jada Williams again. But yeah, put on a really good exchange back and forth. Check that out when Prodigy Pro Wrestling drops it on their YouTube. And TK Cooper versus Paul Robinson, really good. Again, main event match, lots of fun. TK being a heel, don't see that as often as you like. I know he's a bit shady at Rev Pro now, but love seeing TK Cooper unleash his dark side. That's it for everything I've done this month in pro wrestling. But let's talk a little bit about how I know Sha Samuels. Sha, I met him a few times before he even debuted at Purpose at the London School of Wrestling, and then when he came to Purpose. And actually it transpires that we live roughly 10 minutes from each other. So since that happened, we have been sharing a lot of car journeys. Sha becoming a regular with WrestleForce, who I do film most of their shows. Sha jumps in with me. We have a lot of long chats, so I've recorded one of them. This one is on the way to Rayleigh for one of WrestleForce's big shows, Rayleigh Mania. But that is enough from me waffling on. Let's hear it from the East End Butcher, Sha Samuels. Sha Samuels, where are we off to, brother?
Lovely Rayleigh in Essex. Can't beat a bit of Essex.
The WrestleForce home ground.
The big one.
Yeah.
They're WrestleMania weekend.
It's Rayleigh Mania, so they call it.
Rayleigh Mania.
Rayleigh Mania.
First time wrestling in Rayleigh. First time wrestling Keenan Cameron as well. So.
Oh mate, you'll have a blast.
No, everyone bigs him up. I'm sure he's good. We'll see.
He's sort of an East City sovereign as well, so it'll be fun to punch him in the face.
Oh, of course. Yeah. I never get to punch Jordan in the face like Keenan would do.
You team with him?
I do, yeah. I mean, I do have a lot of fun tagging with Jordan. It's been a recent thing and it's came out of nowhere, but it's a lot of fun.
I do love Jordan. I genuinely think he's the best prat in British wrestling.
Yeah, I think he's almost like his role in British wrestling, especially down south in London, he has definitely his own unique character and gimmick that makes it special, stand out. almost, I don't want to say mascot, 'cause that you know what I'm trying to say though. He's almost his own little character in wrestling, about the wrestling kind of thing.
I think there's such a skill in being a prat, especially when family shows are involved. And he might be the best at it.
Mate, so I thought he was the most over guy, right, at the WrestleFall show in Hammersmith, and he was the star of our tag match. Me and him against True and Lacey. I thought he was the star of it because he was just for the ridiculousness of wearing the Boohoo Man pink joggers. And to me, right, being a traditional wrestler, pretty old school, I'm like, Dad, why is he not wearing wrestling gear? Why is he not wearing wrestling gear? Always thinking this in my head. Then that's the show I realised, light bulb moment. He gets it. He's over.
It's over, man.
Most over guy in the show. They're chanting Boo-hoo, man. Boo-hoo, man. Most over thing ever.
That's sort of thanks to you. You're the one who put over that it was Boohoo. And the second you put that over, bam. I think he would have got over with the pink anyway. He always does. As a face as well, they love him in the pink.
Definitely. I think as a heel it works as well. He's got it sussed. He has got it sussed.
Yeah, it's a good lad. He's a good lad. So we did a little discussion before we go on camera, and this is kind of about the ridiculous travel that is involved in wrestling.
Oh yeah.
I've been my full-time job is now wrestling. I'm across several promotions. Yeah,
that's good.
But I've never driven so much in my life.
Right. So this is the goal in wrestling is to do this if you can be busy enough to do this full time, that is a blessing. Not many people get to do it. But yeah, there's a lot of driving involved, a lot of travelling involved. We're not driving; it's fucking planes everywhere. So you never know where you're going to end up.
So who's your usual ride? Who are you riding with?
Well, since coming back in the Indies in 2023, it's been David. I'd say David Francisco, Jordan Mills, Gio. We always seem to have different variations of the car. Usually we go to Sheffield for Rev Pro or even FPW.
Is that mostly David driving?
David drives or Gio drives usually. Yeah. It's always a combination of that team. It's always fun. Always fun. We've always got the same kind of mindset and mentality for wrestling. So we always talk business, which is good. So we're always still learning from each other.
You're the first person I can ask this to. How did you get around when you were doing NXT? Was there set up carpools, or were you guys...
Oh mate, so they have coaches. So the team hotel, it carpools from the apartments where we stayed to the PC every day, because it was 2-week camps. It started off 3-week camps. When it was proper COVID, they wanted us there for a long time because it was always what's the thing when you're apart from each other?
Oh, social distancing.
Social distancing was a big thing. I've burnt that out. 5 years. 5 years. I'm like, oh god, let me forget that. Social distancing. So it was everything was slower. So you had smaller groups. Had to get a lot of done. So it was there for 3 weeks. So it was carpooling from the apartments in the Canary Wharf to the PC in Enfield every morning. But then when we were doing the shows, originally it was slots. So episode 1 to 3 would film at this time, so it was kind of like that. We'd carpool to the BT Sports Studios. But after a while, they just got a big coach for everyone to go from the apartment to BT Sport.
I went to a couple of recordings. I saw you at one. It was in one of the TV studio style ones.
Yeah.
It was pre-COVID, so I don't know where it was. It was in London, maybe Stratford?
Maybe, yeah. Stratford, yeah, BT Sports, yeah.
And you did that whole, what was it, where they gave you a new name?
Ed Harvey!
Yeah, and then you got to be the first person in history to be like, fuck your new name.
Yeah. I wish that was a bigger deal. I mean, at the time, right, this is ego in wrestling, right, it's mental. So at the time, I was like, man, I can't believe I'm getting brought in as a joke, not realising the bigger picture of it all, being the first guy to denounce a WWE name. And
oh man, I genuinely, as a fan at the time, I thought it was fucking excellent.
Yeah,
and I knew of a lot of your work. I'd watch Progress and Rev Pro. Yeah. I know who Sha Samuels is. Right. And then you come in with a new name, and I'm like, I can't believe they're giving Sha a new name, especially considering most of the British guys got left with their name. I was a bit like, oh, that sucks. And then it was all like a pastiche. I thought it was very clever.
Yeah, I thought
long term, you got to do something that no one else has ever done.
Right, yeah.
I mean, I suppose Pete Dunne's done it very recently.
Yeah, with the Butch thing, right?
Yeah, but at the time, you were the first person to be like, no, I don't want your name.
Especially when it was when everyone was getting a name changed in America, right? The Brits used to keep their name. Yeah, I mean, that was, at the time, I'm not going to lie, I didn't like it. But as time's gone on, the amount of people that have said what you said to me made me realise, maybe it was a good thing. And maybe, people higher up than me do know what they're talking about, obviously.
You'd have had, who was around at that time? Was Jim Smallman there?
Jim Smallman there, but the idea was Shawn Michaels'. Shawn Michaels, that was his idea. Apparently, he wanted it. He was because he was just doing NXT UK at the time.
Oh, okay.
So that was his baby. He wasn't doing NXT. It was all NXT UK. That was all his. He was in charge, overseeing that, and obviously had Jim Smallman underneath him. But yeah, that idea was Shawn Michaels. He always wanted someone from the Indies to do that, and he got to do it on NXT UK.
And then obviously, when they were coming up with a way to drop the Butch name, they kind of just redid it.
Yeah, it did. That's
Yeah.
That's a good thing about NXT UK, right? They got to try a lot of cool stuff, see what worked and what didn't.
For all the stick it gets and how hard it was on the rest of the indies,
Yeah,
you guys got to do some cool stuff.
I was the best. I'm not gonna lie. That 2 years NXT UK was probably the fondest times I've had in wrestling. It was so good. It felt like it was a full-time job. I mean, a salary, and I got to stay at home with my family a lot. And then every 4 weeks, I'd go off for 2 weeks, be around the business I love, getting to learn more, getting to just day in and day out breathe pro wrestling and just get better. And it was a really great time. Really sad when it came to an end, but we move on. Still, that passion still exists in me today.
Yeah, and I mean, you're a very busy man in wrestling.
Mate, yeah. I mean, I can only do one a week usually. Like, if I do 2 a week, my body is done for a week. You know, I'm getting old now. So, but I'm still enjoying it. I just love it, man. The 10, 15 minutes you're in the ring is the best feeling.
So you said about David, Jordan,
Yeah.
Gio, and the lads in the car. So they're obviously boys you enjoy riding with.
Yeah.
Is there anyone else you like? I've got a car journey with them. That's sick. Yeah, that'll be a laugh.
I mean, a lot of the people I used to travel with to NXT UK, I enjoyed like the Coffees, Kenny Williams, Wolfgang, Noam Dar, Ashton Smith, Rampage Brown. These guys, always a good laugh, always a good giggle. So always loved traveling with them. See, before COVID, when I used to travel, I used to fly to Scotland a lot. I'd fly to Scotland in Glasgow, and we would 9 times out of 10 I'd travel with someone there. So Grado was a good person to travel with.
Oh, you guys are good buddies, aren't
Yeah,
you?
mate, we have such a lot. One of the best car journeys I've ever had was Glasgow to Aberdeen, which is like 3 hours. It was just us two in a car. I mean, he's got terrible taste in music. I mean, it's just wrestling themes, constant wrestling themes. Like D'Lo Brown's music. I was like, what are you doing?
I mean, D'Lo's is a banger. There are some terrible ones, but D'Lo's is a banger.
But when you're 90 minutes into a car ride, let's put this on. I've heard every wrestling song there is. I don't want to, let's have a chat. Let's talk.
Oh man, who have you? Is there? And some people have told on this. Some people have said refuse the question. Who are you like? Oh, I'm riding with you. And whether it's Michael dobbed on his own girlfriend, driving with Amira. God, she's scary. She's a scary driver.
I'm not going to name names, right? Because this is illegal. So this is got proper grass on them in. But I used to travel with someone who would always be on his phone.
Oh man, I can't.
Either texting, looking at social media, Snapchatting, like traffic. Oh, I'm going this. I was like, what are you doing? I'm like this.
No,
fight for my life. Like,
no, man, I wouldn't get in that guy's car again.
No, it was all the time, constantly. You say something to him, and he'd obviously say, "Oh, you want to walk? Go walk." So I fucking walk. I need to get to this show. Yeah, man, just like always scary. All the time. I'm not joking. It's like,
oh man,
it's like this.
Every time I see someone on their phone in the car, I'm like shouting at them. I'm
Red
like,
flag,
you
man.
prick, you prick.
And just so that was always the worst. The anxiety would come over me there. I think, well, I'm going to crash, get pulled over, I'm going to be stranded in a random town. So yeah, I didn't like that.
So you said Grado's got bad taste. Let's go. Who's got good taste in jeans? When you go in their car, you're like, who's got the jams?
All right, so man, I'll be honest with you, right? I don't like music. All right, I don't like music. I like music when it's headphones, it's private, so I can listen to whatever cheesy shit I like on my own. Or if I'm at the gym or I'm going for a walk, I'll put something on. But see, in the car, it's the boys, right? When I say the boys, I mean all pro wrestlers, by the way. When we're in the car with the boys, I just like chatting the business, chatting about pro wrestling. Like, we're just talking constantly, whether that's moaning about it, praising it, burying people, or talking about the show or talking about what we've done recently. I just love talking about it. And I feel like if we're talking about it in the car, we all grow and we all get better. So I do prefer that than music.
That's fair. No, actually, like, a good conversation. No, I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. If I'm with people, I have the music on but low, and then we can have a chat.
Yeah.
We have a chat. Yeah.
I say David's got a very varied playlist, which I appreciate.
It's so funny you say that because me and him were not arguing last night.
Right.
We were having a little joke last night, and I was telling him he only likes like 3 bands.
Oh, right, mate. I found he had his tunes playing to Sheffield recently, it was a very varied playlist, and I always looked at him like this. Oh, I appreciate that one because it was background noise. We're obviously talking.
Yeah.
I was, that's a good song. But it's different from the one he played, so it's all different music.
He likes like indie rock.
Yeah.
Strokes. Yeah. Bands like that. Yeah. The Wombats.
Wombats.
Yeah, that's one of his bands.
Right.
Yeah. Who's got shit taste then? You said Grado. Who you like?
Mate, a lot of people in wrestling have shit taste, right? So
the amount of people that are like, oh yeah, this person just listens to wrestling songs. Like,
Yeah.
it's not just Grado.
no, it's a lot. I was surprised it's so many people. I think it's funny. No. So obviously, Lionheart, like Adrian, my friend, in the party, he had terrible taste in music. So he was the Creed, always the Creed, like My Sacrifice, which I relate to being a wrestling song.
Yeah.
It's always stuff like that. It's always songs that I felt he would play and look at himself in the mirror, and they would do like an Instagram edit of himself, like all that kind of stuff. That cheesiness, it's that kind of music.
Like
I hate that.
faux pumping you up.
Yeah, like you see the Instagram reels or TikTok, they're like, "You get lazy, big dog," all that kind of the motivational reels with the background. I was like, no, I can't be having that. Can't be having that. It's cheesy.
Oh, I can't stand Creed.
Great. So that proper early days in wrestling, the amount of people that used to play like theme songs to TV shows, like I'm gonna put the Home and Away song on. Like, what are you doing? Aren't you listen to Neighbours? No, fuck off. I don't want to listen to Neighbours. He-Man, Power Rangers, and they think that's humour. I never got it.
So there is I don't know, this is more modern though, in the last kind of 5 years. There's a band called Punk Rock Factory,
Right.
who do punk rock versions of stuff like that.
Right.
They don't just do that. They've got albums of like 80s covers, 90s covers, and then they've got an album of like film and TV covers. But they're a bit more aggressive than the regular
But at least
version.
they put a spin on it, not the actual
Yeah.
songs. Like, let's listen to Transformers. Let's have a right boogie down to Transformers. No, you're all right. Yeah, so wrestling songs, films, all right. Good soundtracks in films. I like a film soundtrack. Again, I like the Avengers, right? The Avengers song. I think that's a good song. When you're at the gym in private, trying to fucking lift some weight, but
I like the score, the cinematic.
Yeah.
Man, that's huge.
That's
man.
good. I like
That's gonna
stuff.
pump you up.
Yeah, or like Pirates of the Caribbean. They've got a good soundtrack.
Me and my wife, our theme for our wedding was films.
Yeah.
So during the wedding dinner, it was just score things,
Yeah, that's
and
good.
then everyone had a sheet to guess what the themes were.
That's cool. That's a cool name.
Both of those songs were on it.
So yeah, guess the song.
Yeah.
So back to like the Grado, right? So we'd have a game called the theme song game, where you'd play an obscure wrestling theme from like whenever, and you guess what it is. It could be a WCW theme, an ECW theme, or a TNA theme. And I was good at it. I was amazing at it. He was rubbish at it. And you used to always wind him up because he's the guy that plays the wrestling entrance themes all the time, whether he's DJing. He sometimes does DJing in Glasgow. It's wrestling songs. In his car.
I
It's
bet that
wrestling
packs
songs.
out a venue.
It does, man. One time we did a place called The Box, which is opposite the garage where ICW run, and he did a 2-hour DJ set, and then I followed him with a DJ set. I mean, I was terrible. I mean, I was playing random songs that made no sense, like Kanye West, Gold Digger, into Girls Aloud, Just Can't Get Enough. It was just random songs, and no one was really vibing.
Whatever
to it.
Shah wanted to listen.
Yeah, it's like, I fancy this song, but I wouldn't let it finish. So I'm like 90 seconds through. Next one. To get the start of the song. It's cool. I want to listen to this now. Boom.
Oh god, you're like
Yeah.
the people who do that when you're in a car really wind me.
Yeah, it's like, no, really, let the song play out. I totally get that. But in the moment, it was just good being up there, just seeing a sea of people. I got excited.
So do you know the podcast Restings?
But yes, I know the lad.
They do that game, and they've got a title belt.
Yeah.
And you know who's had it for like a year? Michael Oku.
Has he? Has he got
Yeah,
that's a secret skill?
I told the boys I think I can beat Michael.
Right.
So I've got an invite, and I'm sure they'll have you on as well.
Right. You know, Derek was there. I first met him. He used to go to my gym. I probably still does. I don't go to that gym anymore in Ilford, Pioneer Point. And he saw it. He came up to me once. He goes, "You Sha Samuels?" He goes, "I see you at a Rep Pro show." This was a few years ago. And he's always said to me, "Man, here's my number. You want to come on the show? Come on now." I nearly went on. Was it 2 years ago now? I just bottled it out. Not bottled it. I mean, I'm always scared I'm going to say something wrong. Right, so I've got no filter sometimes. As I'm talking to you on this, I've got no filter.
I won't let the audience know how much I've edited out already.
All right, cool. Just get a little wink and a nod, you know.
No, they're really good lads. They come to purpose sometimes.
They're great. They're
Yeah,
great. I love
those
what they
guys.
do. I love their content, and I love the way they talk about wrestling. It's pure. It's like real. You can sense it's real. I sometimes sense from some fans, right, that they don't like it. They just like being part of a community.
Or they've been jaded so long that but they still feel like they can't leave. It's like, yes, if you want to leave, leave. Right?
Yeah, no one's forcing you to be here. But I feel like with them lads, they love it. Any part of wrestling they like. The way they talk about it is infectious. So yeah, more wrestling fans like that, please.
Yeah, agreed, man. Agreed. When you're on the road, so you said you've done like long journeys. So are you stopping in a service station? What are you grabbing? What's your bite?
Well, recently I've got to try and look after my calories. I care more about my body. But before I just never cared. It was McDonald's, chopsticks. I double it up. Boom, boom, boom. Everything. Chocolate, snacks. I'm using a resting travel day as an excuse to eat anything and everything. Whereas now I would have like a can of Monster, maybe a grenade bar, maybe a bit of fruit. If there's like an M&S there. So nothing fancy, unfortunately, now. But before, I was a slob. An absolute pig in the services. I would eat constantly and just use the excuse, I'm resting, it's fine. And my trunks come up to here, so I can hide my belly.
Man, you're looking jacked in a minute. I thought that when you first, like kind of post-COVID, you come back and you were looking hench.
Oh no, cheers, man. I thought I had to because during COVID, I felt like I had to make a change because we're stuck at home. We don't know what's going on in the world. So I just started walking. Because I was allowed an hour a day to walk. So I thought, I'm going to take my hour and I'm going to go for a walk. And then obviously, don't tell anyone. I extended that to 2 hours a day. You know. But yeah, I just started walking. Then I just noticed the weight come off. I was like, I feel good. So I just went on a fitness journey. And because of that, I got signed. Well, not because of that, but I got signed while I was doing the fitness journey with WWE. And while I was in that system, I thought, fuck it, I'm going all in with getting in shape. I got a PT and stick to a strict routine and calories restrict. And yeah, I went from like being quite big to getting abs at one point, which is a big milestone for me.
I think you've got like such a great physique because you've got like a barrel chest, you've got a big chest.
Yeah.
I think that's quite natural for you as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got a big chest.
I don't even train chest that much, so I'm really lucky. Like genetically, it must be good.
I think you've got, like back in the day, you had those old school like heavy, like strong men.
Yeah.
Who were naturally just big lads who could lift stuff.
Yeah.
I think you've got that frame, man.
I know, yeah. That's right. It took me a long time to figure that out. I wish I knew when I was younger, when my body could grow muscle easily. But I'm just happy being healthy now. Like I like going to the gym. It's a good habit I do every day. I still get my steps in every day. Eat relatively well. I have a beer here and there, but I don't drink as much as I used to.
Just UK. What's the
Just
furthest,
UK, right?
Just for now. We'll do outside afterwards. In the UK, what's the furthest you've had to go for a show?
I would say, right, I'm maybe trying to remember the exact town. It's up in Scotland, the proper Highlands. I'm trying to think how far that is. It's proper far near the mountains.
Fucking like John O'Groats, like literally.
Yeah, not that big. I'm trying to think. It might be.
Oh, wrestling show, John O'Groats. Let's go.
Let's do that, right? What's it? Land's End and John O'Groats. Let's do one each.
Do what is it? The WrestleMania 2.
Yeah,
multi-venue.
I'm trying to think. Like it's. I've got to try and think. Let me Google it.
Why are you googling that? What's your closest venue to home?
I'll say you're cool, right? Well, there's obviously venues that are probably closer. I know there's one in Loughton, there's one in Woodford that drop kicks on there, but a worthwhile venue that I wrestle on. No shade at anyone that runs there, but
a big venue.
You're cool because get on the underground and it's like 4 or 5. There's five stops to Stratford, 7 stops, right? Takes me 20 minutes.
It's nice. That's
underground,
nice.
Bag, York Hall, which is my favourite place to wrestle in as well.
Apart from the height of summer, right? Jeez.
Oh,
it's too hot.
Sauna. It's a sweaty one. Anywhere in the summer, though, is sweaty.
Yeah, I mean the library. Fuck me.
Yeah, that's something about the library that's good. I've always seemed to wrestle there when it's cold, though.
Yeah, are you lucky, man?
Yeah, so it's either been like start of the year or the back end of the year, even when it was
so hot.
Yeah, it was fine. Like we did the 6-man was like September.
Yeah,
the weather wasn't hot.
Wrestled Nino in February.
Yeah, and that was a good temperature because while you're sweaty and stuff, you just go outside and you cool down. Yeah, hot venues are bad, especially when there's like no room backstage as well. So you're sweaty, you're drenched. And it's like the worst.
So you must have wrestled in a ton of places that are now like no longer there.
Yeah.
What's your favourite like defunct venue? You go, I wish that was still around.
O2 ABC, Sauchiehall Street, Glasgow, right? Probably like did a big face turn there for ICW. 1,400 fans all the time. such a great venue, man, and it unfortunately burnt down.
Oh,
It,
man.
and it got so much damage. It's not they couldn't repair it. So it's just done. It's just there rotting away. I don't know what to do with it. They just can't repair it. It's really bad. So that's now defunct, unfortunately.
Speaking of York Hall, I mean, the Resgal around the corner.
Right.
That's a shame that's gone.
Yeah, that was a hub.
That was like it was like had a nightclub vibe to it. It was cool.
Yeah, it was good. But it was such a hub for British wrestling. Like, if anyone was struggling to get a venue, or a venue let down a wrestling company, the Resgal would be like, well, run it here. And there was a lot of shows in the week, so you could get like a Thursday show, a Tuesday show. It was always a great atmosphere.
I mean, I went to a show days before the lockdown.
Yes,
Battle Pro at the Resgal. I think it was David against Chris Ridgway.
right.
Yeah, for the title.
I remember that. I wasn't there for this, but I always remember seeing pictures, and I've never seen the match, but I've always been intrigued by it. David versus Mills.
Oh, I was there.
Had a Resgal,
Yeah, I was there.
bare
Oh,
feet, thumbtacks. I remember seeing the picture. Going, whoa, these lads.
They beat the crap out of each other. If you,
Yeah.
I don't know if it's publicly available, but I'm sure David has it.
He has a copy of it. I'd
Yeah,
like
I'm
to see
sure
that.
He does.
Because I used to train with them at Knuckle Locks on like Wednesdays around that time. So I was, I classed them as friends even back then. So seeing pictures, I was like, mad, man, crazy.
And now you're not just colleagues, like show to show. You also all work in the
Train,
London
yeah.
school.
That is, yeah. I get a buzz from training at the school, but I do enjoy it. Like, the four of us are all passionate about that place. I know David and Mike more so than I'll say me, but because they put a lot of hours into it. But yeah, man, we got something special there. I feel good community. Hopefully, we can do some London School Wrestling shows.
I've donated some of my time for that.
Have you?
I did the logo.
Oh, you did the logo,
I
right?
did not charge for it.
See, that's a mistake. That's one of
To be
the
honest, I just wanted something to tag Rev Pro in that I'd done.
Yeah. That's a good logo.
Yeah.
I wish Andy, if you ever listen to this, get us some uniforms. You know, people in wrestling love merchandise, whether it's track jackets, hoodies, or whatever. So get us some.
Oh, London School of Wrestling, full tracksuits.
There we go. There we look.
Training jackets.
Look the part. Look uniform. Look like
Yeah,
proper coaches.
No, I've been to the school a few times. It's good fun. Like I've just watched some classes and stuff. Been meeting up with David.
Yeah, you was there when you was doing some promos there one time. I was there.
Yeah,
for that,
so you were coaching David
That was
before he turned on you.
So he turned on me, threw me out like fucking trash.
Yeah, what bastard.
I know. Well, he's doing well, so it's obviously worked out for him.
I've been telling everyone he's a heel in real life.
That's his charm, though. I love. He's the real life heel is his charm. You think, what a prick, but fair play. Wrestling needs more pricks. It does. It's too many nice people.
To be fair, like I only started working in wrestling after COVID.
Yeah.
So David approached me, we were friends, and he knew I'm a graphic designer, videographer, and I love wrestling. So he's like, well, you'll be handy. Like, let's have you.
Yeah, you could make money like in wrestling because people always need graphic designers and all that kind of stuff. Content creation now in wrestling is unfortunately not enough wrestlers do it, and they can use guys like you to their advantage.
What's that school? PPW. They do great stuff.
Oh man, that's amazing.
Yeah.
They've really done some tremendous stuff. Like the setup of that school, all the moves they do. Anytime they have a seminar there, make a big deal out of it, and make a reel. They're really doing good things there.
No, they're great. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love their content.
Yeah, it's really good.
So yeah, that's how I got into wrestling. David just approached me, was like, "Hey, I want to do this thing. Do you want to do it with me?" And I
Yeah.
said, "Of course I do."
That's cool.
But pre-COVID, it feels like from the stories you hear, wrestling wasn't as friendly a place. And I'm kind of glad that I'm
Yeah.
on this side of it.
Right, yeah. It depends, right? I can only look at it through my lens. I was there, I would say from 2014 to about 2018, people were making good money on the indies here. So I guess like once you put a lot of money into people's hands, people are going to be very protective. But I never had any problems. Maybe for new people coming in, and that's why I was very established at that time. Maybe it was harder for new people to come in, and people were arseholes to them. I mean, the same. When I first broke into wrestling, 2003, had my first match, and when I tried to go on shows, people were pricks to me. They really did say some nasty stuff to me, but I took it on the chin because I feel like if I got them nasty comments, it made me motivated to do well and better myself, like get better ring gear, at least, if I can't get in good shape, at least tan and all this kind of stuff, and kind of show people up, and I stuck with it. That's not me encouraging like we should just slag people off, obviously not, but I'm just saying it worked for me at that time. But I'm happy as well that it's a nicer place. I feel like all the bad stuff that's happened in the past in British wrestling, you learn from them mistakes and you grow as people, you grow as a scene. I feel like people coming in now is more welcoming, and you're going to have a chance to show what you can do. So if you're talented in any way, you got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, the locker rooms that I've been a part of are such friendly places, and the people that run them make an effort for that.
Yeah,
so course. David and I in Purpose, Ollie Peace running Wrestle Force, Steve Evans
does great,
FPW. If someone's a dick, they're not coming back. Like, it's done. Like, that is, you come in, you be a dick, you're gone.
And promoters listen to that feedback from the guys. Like, any of us went to a promoter and said, look, this guy was an arsehole to this person, have a word with him or don't bring him back. So I feel like promoters listen to that kind of feedback, which is important.
Yeah, like, again, any time I have seen someone be a dick in the locker room, they've gone. They've never come back.
You never see him again.
Yeah.
It's good.
Like, bye-bye.
Yeah. That's what should happen. The arsehole should be weeded out.
So you started in 2003?
Yeah.
Is that when you started training as well?
No, I started training in 2002.
Where did you go? Where did you train?
Drop kicks.
Oh,
the original drop kicks, right?
The amount of drop kick shout-outs we've had on this.
Yeah, drop kicks. It's Tony Scala and Frank Reimer, proper back in the day. Didn't even have a ring. Bumping on the floor.
Oh,
you know,
no wonder you can only wrestle once a week now, bro.
Catches up to you. Wasn't even rolls when I started, right? They just one forward roll. Now it's all kinds of rolls. You'd learn a back bump, but your feet couldn't leave the floor because it's a British back bump. And it's a side bump each side, flip bump, and a front bump, and then one roll.
So is it a different drop kicks now?
Yeah, so drop kick started with Tony Scala and Frank Reimer. Tony Scala wrestled. He wrestled in the world of sports scene. He wrestled Dynamite Kid. That was his claim to fame. Frank Reimer was a wrestler as well. They became partners and opened a school. And then I think after, what time did they set? 2005, 6 maybe. They sold it to John Ritchie and John Hall.
Okay.
And I think they sold it to other people now. So it's been passed down. It's not that I think the owners who own it now are completely different to when I started.
Jordan came out of there.
Yeah, he did. Nino did as well, right?
Nino did some of it there.
Yeah.
I think. Do you know Jaden Williams?
I think so.
Jaden, young guy.
Yeah. I see real.
Yeah. He came out of there as well. And didn't Wade Barrett?
Wade Barrett did.
Yeah.
I know Nick Aldis trained there a bit for a period of time. Paul Robinson came out of there same time as
Robbo.
me. Martin Stone, Danny Briggs now. Was he Danny Birch on NXT? Who else do you have? There's a guy called Terry Fraser, Greg Burridge.
With Robbo being there, was Ospreay there as well? Was that?
I think he came in just after.
Obviously their best.
Yeah. I think he might have come drop kicks. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on this. It might have come drop kicks when I never used to go back to training because that was a bad habit, right? See, but the point is there's not enough schools around the country that you couldn't just go somewhere local to just train if you want to work on some drills or work on some technique or stuff like that. So, and there was only 1 day a week it ran. So once you trained and was on shows, your only experience would go to other shows, get there early enough and do drills and stuff. So he might have turned up there when I was doing on shows.
Oh, yeah.
So I never saw him there.
It was a tad later than you.
A few years, yeah.
And all I was going to say was when I was about 16, I really wanted to train as a wrestler.
Right.
I was living in Croydon, South London, and not even in central Croydon, like out on the edge of Croydon.
Yeah.
And cost of a class or a course plus the travel, I was like, I can't afford this.
Nah,
like
ridiculous.
It was like 30-40 quid of travel each time as well.
Yeah.
The closest one.
It's a big commitment.
Yeah, and I was skint.
I mean, I didn't even know wrestling existed in this country, right? How crazy that is. I was at sixth form, right? At my sixth form. And there was a guy with a rock tattoo on his arm. The Brahma Ball.
The
Brahma Ball, man.
We're going to cover it up.
Yeah. And then I said, oh, you like wrestling? I'm a big wrestling fan. Rock. I'm a big wrestling fan. Man. He was like, oh, yeah, I'm training to be a wrestler. I was like, what? You can train to be a wrestler? And he goes, yeah. Why don't you come? I'll take you to a session. So I went, me with two of my other mates. We went. Two of my mates didn't come back. I carried on. But if I didn't see that guy with a rock tattoo, I would never have joined to wrestling.
It's mad, isn't it? Yeah, I think I probably thought the same, but I went in and it was Google. There was Google then. Yeah. I was Googling going like, is there somewhere nearish here I can learn?
And there was a place in Kent, Hammerlock. There's a lot of good. Finn Balor came from there. Zack Sabre Jr. came from there. Johnny Moss. They came from there.
I think that was one of the ones I had to go into central London to go back out.
Yeah.
And again, that racks up the cost. Like,
that's ridiculous. There was so many. Portsmouth. It was like Portsmouth and drop kicks down here. There was hardly any other schools. But the thing is, I googled this. Once I found out it was a school, right? This is going to sound really bad. I found there was a school here, and it got me excited. So obviously, I've got dreams of grandeur straight away. So I'm going to be a wrestler, right? Let me Google British wrestling, and the shows, and I looked at the again. Don't hate me for this. The caliber of people on these wrestling shows, like, I could do this. I could, like, you look at Hogan, Rock, whoever's headlining WrestleMania 18 at the time, Jericho, Triple H. I'm looking at them. Men, like mountain of men, muscles, jacked, tanned, look like absolute superstars. I'm thinking, I can't do that, but I could do this British one.
Yeah,
that's bad, right? But no heat,
I'm with
right?
you, I'm with you.
But at that time, there was not a lot of good, like big bodies, and everyone looked attainable. Everyone looked like I could beat them up.
Yeah, I mean,
you know what I mean?
I think maybe I was a bit more aware of the British wrestling than you, because like my mum or my aunt would take me and my cousins to like Fairfield Hall sometimes.
Right. That's a bucket list venue for me. I was so close so many times to wrestle on that venue.
I mean, there's a promoter that runs it. I don't know.
I don't think I can.
Maybe.
I like wrestling, but not that much to be associated with certain people.
Yeah, he's had a bad rap on this podcast.
Yeah, I wrestled for him once. Right, it was a tag match, LDN. LDN, right? So, Wade, he paid me, did it, whatever. It was fine at the time. But then he would just be cheeky. Like, you ask for work, like wrestlers out there trying to get work would always ask promoters to work. And he was kind of rude. Like, he just say no, or do what promoters do now. Don't reply. Don't just say stuff that's like insulting and almost insinuating that we should beg for it. What are you going to do for it? Are you going to wrestle for free? Or
as someone who runs a promotion and I see the emails that come in, some of the emails we get are ridiculous.
Of course, I know, right? So I'm doing a lot of mentoring and coaching, like online coaching for Dan Bryden, who's at Rex Fitness, and he has a lot of wrestling clients. So I get a lot of questions like, how do I talk to a promoter? How do I get work? The reality is, you just got to keep being persistent, and hopefully someone gives you a chance. But I also feel like emails, messages don't cut it.
No.
Turning up
So
face to face, grafting and offering to, and just showing a work ethic will get you ahead.
Yeah, well, this is the thing David will tell you. The people that get picked first in purpose. I have a say in booking, but David is the head booker.
Yeah,
He's
of course,
final say. We have a lot of guys who come and help us, and they give up their time and come and hang out. And minimum we try to do is pay their travel. If the show does make money, we'll try to give people a bit of money.
Yeah.
But sometimes the reality is, well, we lose money, or like me and David don't pay ourselves quite often. But those people who are still willing to come and be like, oh no, it's cool. I'm just going to help with the ring. I'm going to help this, help that. And they're also training, and then if they train at the London school, David's like, they're my trainees. They're going to get a shout out.
You don't forget these things. I feel like, I think, people like expect, I'm going to turn up once, carry a board, put it in the van, and then I'll be booked next show. It's not how it works. You've got to commit for a long time. Wrestling is a marathon. It's not a sprint. So all this hard work you do could take years and years before you even get an opportunity. There's a guy, right, called Miles Cameron. Don't know if you know him.
Oh, we've had it on purpose, yeah.
Right, he's great, amazing, tremendous. He's getting his flowers now. He's getting working in some great companies, having some great matches. He looks incredible.
Handsome lad, yeah.
Handsome lad, like, he's great, right? But I remember back in 2017, 18, he would just go to as many travel to shows with anyone he could, with Nathan Cruz and people like that. Just turn up to shows, help out. Years and years and years he was doing this. He did the camps at Butlins. I wrestled him at Butlins, tagged him at Butlins as well. And he was doing all this, he was grafting for years and years and years. You know, like 2017, 2018. And that's paying off now. Like, he's at Progress, wrestled Mike at Progress in the ballroom. Like, getting all these great opportunities. Because he was persistent and like consistent with it. So I feel like that's the kind of stuff you have to do. You can't expect it to be, 6 months down the line, I'll be everywhere. You've got to be in it for the long haul. 2, 3, 4 years. You know, sometimes longer. You have to, then you get your opportunity. And once you get that opportunity and you smash it, that's when you're off to the races.
Yeah, and even like you could say people to get a bit of nepotism, but people like, you got the Bryants.
Yeah.
When Nino was on shows, the young boys were still lifting the ring, helping out, and now they're on shows. You know, it's like maybe they wouldn't have had that opportunity if they just showed up on like, I'm Nino's brother. Isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Like, I feel like you always think fondly of the people that are grafted. Like King Cameron, who I'm wrestling today, I always see him at so many shows helping out.
Does the ring?
Does the ring, helps out, wants an opportunity.
Being one of Ollie Peace's boys is good for that.
Yeah.
For 2 reasons. One, you learn how to build a ring because Ollie
Yeah.
puts it up and puts that down like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
And these boys always help. 2, he trained with Ollie, so he knows how to hit you with a back club. So watch out for that.
Them back clubs, man. I wrestled Peace in Dagenham.
Yeah, very good match.
I enjoyed it. So the back clubs, I was like, give me your back clubs. Give me as much as you can. The first one, I was like, fuck, no.
I've taken
Brace for impact.
one wrestling move with an Ollie Peace back club. He was just like, I was just like, mate, your back club, man. That sounds amazing. Oh, it's just like skin on skin, man. It's nothing like.
Yeah,
and then he was like, bam. I was like, okay, yeah, skin on skin, excellent.
Yeah, it's a lot of skin on a lot of skin. Yeah, cheers, mate. I remember the first time I proper saw one. So I heard the myth of. I've wrestled Ollie like back in 2013. Like, I've wrestled him and so many times.
He'd been quite new then.
Yeah, so he was very new. I wrestled him there. It was actually for Wrestle Force before he took it over. And then like the next time we had a match was 12 years later. It was a great feeling. But I remember when I did FPW, the first Rumble show. Remember we did commentary for.
Yes, yeah.
And that's the first time I saw a proper Ollie Peace club in the back, and he was just dishing them out in that Rumble. I was like, fuck, you know. Commentary, by the way, let's talk about that. That is hard. That is hard.
You got to build up a stamina, bro.
Right. I was drained after doing that.
Genuinely, one of the most fun I've had doing a match was doing a Rumble with you, man.
That was fun. I was drained. Then I had to wrestle David after. So we did that hour. Was it an hour?
Rumble.
Rumble.
30-man Rumble.
Brutal. You energetic throughout. Like, you're right. Reps. You do reps and anything, you become good at it. That was tough. I even did. Was it Fulham? There was a Fulham show for Wrestle Force. Ollie asked me to do a bit of commentary. So I sat with Gio, did commentary for the. Was it Mills and Isaac?
Mills and Isaac Blair. Good match. Yeah.
Very good match. Tough to do commentary for. I felt like I was making it harder for Gio. Right?
They were just trading kicks. So it was like, kick. I mean, that's what these Maito boys are going to do, right? They're just going to kick each other.
I find difficult. Like, it's a pet peeve of mine, but I was doing it as well. When people just make noises, it's like commentators shouldn't make noises. Am I right?
Yeah. David trained that one out of me.
Yeah, did it? Yeah.
Yeah. So David did Portuguese commentary for Eurosport for WWE. He knows this jig. Yeah. So I hate giving David credit. No, I love David.
David's knowledgeable and is a factor of knowledge. Yeah, so we'll give you your flowers, but still an arsehole.
Yeah, he properly sat me down, and when we started Purpose, he was like, "What do you want to do? You want to do anything like actually as on camera or whatever?" And I was like, "You know what? I want to do commentary. That's the thing I want to do." And we sat down and we commentated. He got a bunch of soul matches on his computer that didn't have comms before they'd been put up on YouTube. They didn't have the commentary. Yeah, and we just sat and commentated over them together for a couple of hours, 2 or 3 hours. And I don't think I can go back and listen to the first Purpose show now.
No, you dread it. It's like when you watch back at anything you did in the past and you've got better at it. You just dread looking back at it. But you've got to look at it like you failed then to grow as a performer.
Yeah, I mean, my choice was between that and ring announcing. And there's part of me like,
you did ring announcing though.
I have done some ring announcing now. I haven't done as much as I want to do.
I'd like to do that. I mean,
I do like doing it. Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I think... Was it when you fought? No, it wasn't you and Nino. It was the tag match. Yeah. I introduced you. Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember seeing that. Yeah, you were in pictures and stuff.
Yeah.
That's a hard one to do because you got to get that crowd involved and invested and sound professional. It's a lot of moving parts.
And when you sort of look like Jim Swarman, it doesn't fucking help. Good baseball caps and black t-shirts.
Hey, he invented that apparently.
Yeah. We have a comic who does our LGBTQ show. Yeah. And he looks a bit like Jim Swarman as well.
Right. Yeah, I see. It's a look that most people have.
Oh, this is the quietest. We're approaching the Reading Mill, and it's really quiet. Really nice town, yeah.
Really nice. Nice pub there.
Good, mate. You stuck your nose out.
Yeah.
When I had Hyperactive on here, they were just shouting at people who were driving badly.
That's good.
They're both drivers who drive a lot of people around, and they were like, that guy's driving shit. I was like, yes, he is. Yeah.
They're great. I'm a big fan of their blog they did on. They do blogs anyway, but the SmackDown one was
their stick is very good,
really great. Yeah. You know what I like about them? You can just get this. We know you got something special, but you can just get what they are for looking at a picture.
Yeah.
So you look at a picture of them two, like I get this.
They just want to laugh, mate.
I get this. It's just great. But I try and get that look across in pictures or screaming and shouting. These, I just look like an Horrible,
You
nasty
look like a
man.
wrestler, mate.
I know, even though I'm maybe a face these days, I made my bread and butter as a heel early on, and it's still alien to me that I'm a face most places. I'm a villain tonight, so
Look forward to it.
go.
Thank you for coming on, Shah.
Cheers, thanks for having me. I had a great time.
We're at the Rayleigh Mill.
There we go. Let's have fun.
Rayleigh Mania.
Rayleigh, let's have ya.
Children, let your disillusion melt into the night. Convoluted emptiness is an enemy of mine. Chase away the
What an absolute honour to have a staple, a legend in British wrestling on Making Towns. Thank you again to Sha Samuels for coming on the show. If you want to follow Sha on social media, he is at Sha Samuels, all one word, on both Instagram and X. Easy to remember that one. If you want to follow Making Towns on socials, we are at Making Towns Pod on Instagram and at makingtownspod.bsky.social on Blue Sky. I haven't done as much on the Blue Sky as I should, but it is coming. I will endeavour to use it more. Also, please follow Purpose Wrestling, the promotion that I co-run with David Francisco, at Purpose Wrestling on Instagram, at WrestlePurpose on X, and at purposewrestling.bsky.social on Blue Sky. If you'd like to check out my other podcasts, Cult Classic Society and our little spin-off Doctor Who podcast, Timey Wimey Rewind, you can find those anywhere you get your podcasts and on YouTube. We are on a little bit of a break at the minute. I'm not calling it a hiatus because it isn't a planned thing. It's just a timing issue at the minute. We'll be back very soon with another episode of Timey Wimey Rewind at the least. You can follow us at CC Society Pod on Instagram. And if you want to follow me, I am at bdavies_creative on Instagram. That is where I post most of my things. I am also on Blue Sky, bdavies-creative.bsky.social if you want to follow me there too. Thank you once again for listening or watching this episode of Making Towns. My guest next time was going to be David Francisco, but for some reason on his iCloud drive that we share to create stuff, he likes to put emojis in the folder titles, and honestly I just can't bear it. So instead of David Francisco, I'll be talking to his opponent from the last Purpose show. The villainous Sky Smithson will be here, and I am looking forward to that chat. Thank you again for listening to Making Towns, and I'll see you next time.
Don't ever slip to where you don't remember the places.